All right, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Johnny on the Track. It's actually been a while. We took a little hiatus. Teddy, I've been struggling to get guests the last month or so, but I'm super happy to have you on. So our guest this week is the 2020 Napa Auto Parts SK Modified Rookie of the Year. He's the 2019 SK Light Champion at Stafford Speedway. And we'll see him competing in open modified events at Stafford this year, including the Sizzler, hopefully more around New England. He just had a really, really good week, like a month back now at New Smyrna. And he is Teddy Hodgdon. Teddy, thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely. So I wanted to ask you, we actually were talking off air, but we didn't talk about this. So do you remember when you and I met?
Yeah. So when you shot me a message, I was like, wait a minute, this guy kind of seems familiar. Like I can't put my finger on it. But then I started remembering. I was like, oh yeah, you and your girlfriend came to the pits. We had a long discussion about it. So yeah, so I'm super happy to reconnect after all these months.
All right, well done. I thought I'd have to fill in the blanks there, but you killed it. Yeah, so that was it. So you and I think that was at the SRX race over the summer, and you guys had like an all-star shootout. And you and I kind of hit it off, had a great conversation. I told you, I said, we're going to get you on the podcast. So here we are about, I don't know, like 8-9 months later. But we did it. And Teddy, I think this is a great time to do it. Just, for timing, for when you've started. Sizzler's a couple of weeks away now. And the season's starting up. So that's I think we did good timing, that's for sure. So let's start way from the beginning. So how did you get into racing and why modifieds?
So my father, way before I was even a thought, my father raced down mostly in New Smyrna and Orlando Speed World, in late models and IMCA modifieds all throughout the late 80s, early 90s. The Slim Jim All Pro Tour, he was on that for a couple of years way back in the day. And then he relocated up north here in Connecticut. And I was born in 2001. And by the time I was about 7-8 years old, the whole family was big in NASCAR.
Yeah.
And one day I was like, I want to drive race cars. I want to go fast,
Okay.
And so we looked up a program. It's called Wild Thing Karts that run on Monday nights at Stafford. And we rented a car for one day just to try it out. And the first time I came off the track, I had the biggest smile on my face. I was like, I want to do this. I want to go. We did that for 6 years until 2014. Won a bunch of championships, won a bunch of races, learned the basics of racing. We went to Legend Cars starting in 2014. Did that for 4 years. My last year, there was Stafford closed their Legends program, and Waterford had their whole debacle back in 2016.
Yeah.
So we went road course racing, and we ended up winning the world championship for semi-pros in Legend Cars. And then in 2018, we kind of grew out of our legend phase per se, and we kind of wanted to try something different. So we bought a CD modified from Corey DiMatteo and kicked it off for modifieds, and it's been a thrill ride ever since.
So with that, do you think you kind of found a home in modifieds, or are you still like, man, if there's a damn truck, I'll get in it and race it?
No, yeah, I mean, I love anything with four wheels and an engine, but we've I think I've really found my footing in modifieds. We were kind of debating that if we wanted to go the fender route or the modified route, but the mod scene is just so big where we live, and there's no other thing like it in the country. So that was kind of our main point going over there. And with the amount of press that Stafford gets and then the mod tour up here, it was kind of a no-brainer for us to go that direction.
So I know I don't think you now correct me if I'm wrong. You haven't done any mod tour races yet, correct?
Well, we did do the ones not on the official NASCAR tour,
Yeah.
but we did the tour type show the week in New Smyrna. That was a
Okay.
tour type car.
So how about are you looking to make that jump? Perhaps is that something in your future that you could see being on that point standing in the NASCAR wheeling?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to put to drive one of those cars. I mean, it's very similar to the ones we drove in New Smyrna, so it wouldn't
Yeah.
be that much different. But yeah, I've it'd be awesome if I could if our family team could go up there or get in a ride with somebody else. I mean, it's we've been making good strides over the last 4 years in the mod ranks. I've had a little bit of a down slope in 2021. It wasn't the best year in terms of luck, but I got a great program going on with Dan Avery and Michael Sullivan and the SK ride, the number 22, and then our family cars running the open stuff. So
Mhm.
I think the combination of that would really going to boost the stock this year.
Absolutely, man. And we're rooting for you. Can't wait to see it at all the shows because I'll be at quite a bit, this
Mm.
summer at Stafford and where I can sprinkle in around New England. But I wanted to ask you so I feel like the hype around you at this point is kind of real. There's you're gaining a lot of traction. You're a young kid coming up through the ranks the right way. You did the couple interviews and what is that? Race Day CT
Mhm.
is writing a lot about you. Do you kind of feel like you can be honest? Like, do you feel that hype? Do you feel that like the talk is around you as kind of maybe the next product out of this area?
No, I mean, I'm not trying to be cocky or
Yeah,
anything. But I think New Smyrna, especially, um,
kind of
with
put you
all
on the
the
map.
struggles we've had from the SK the last couple of years, not getting that first win and not
Mhm.
producing consistent results. I think going down there and showing that we can run with the best of the best in modified competition has
Yeah.
definitely reignited like a spark in me because that I'm not gonna lie to you, I was feeling pretty down there for a while. I feel like like there was something that I couldn't do, but
Mhm.
there's a lot of faith with my guys and all the people that have helped me that that we can go in this year with just confident minds and that we're able to do it. And I think we're gonna have a lot of pieces have come together this year that I think we're gonna shock a lot of people.
I can tell that you have that faith and belief in your team. So I definitely can see it coming. So I guess like let's build on that with kind of what I just said, like the hype around it and the good finish at New Smyrna, and then the fact that you kind of did have that downslope. Do you feel is there any like added pressure with kind of having to rebound to bounce back? Like, do you feel pressure that you again want to like prove and go out there and really show that you can do it?
Yeah, I mean, there's some things that we could still prove. We haven't won in an SK, obviously, and I mean, I've only
Mhm.
raced a tour type 5 times, so
Yeah.
we have obviously haven't won in that. But I think this year, if we can produce consistent results and have a shot at the championship, um, that's really where everything's going to line up if we're able to do that or not. So just trying to get like the first month or two, just be super consistent, fight for wins all the time. That's where everything's going to start off.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. And like I said, we are rooting for you. We're gonna be watching and all that. So I wanted to talk about the Spring Sizzler, and you're gonna be entered in that. What first of all, like, what would that be like to win? Like, what can you picture in your mind? Well, first of all, you'd get a free entry into the SRX race, but on top of that, like really put yourself in that moment grabbing the checkered flag, like what would that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching that race specifically since I can remember.
Mhm.
Just watching guys like TC and Reggie and Mike Stefanik
Yeah.
having wins and being able to run that race this year, not even winning it, just being able to run that race this year is going to be pretty much a childhood dream
Yeah.
coming true. Um, So there's already a lot of cars entered. There's going to be more cars entered. So it's going to be some super, super stiff competition coming in there. Just to be able to make that race is going to be awesome. And to pile on top the SRX ride, that's something that I thought would never happen. The management at Stafford, all the routes and the entire faculty there have done an awesome job promoting this event and being able to get that opportunity for a local driver to get in.
They're the best, man. We were talking about it off the show. Like this is the media that Stafford get. Like this shit's for real, man. Like they don't mess around here. You know what I'm saying?
No, they're easily top 3, if not the best at promoting what they got, and they've rebounded so much from whatever losses that they've had. I mean, their PR and social media is unbelievable.
It really is. It is. I agree. So you talked about, like, dude, you were like amping me up there talking about that. I'm like, I can't wait to watch that. But let's talk about some of the names, dude. Like Bobby Labonte just entered yesterday in the Sizzler. You got Ryan Preece, you got Doug Colby, Woody Pitkat, a legend at Stafford. Like all these Money Matt Hirschman, like these are big names, not only like around the New England area, but like literally nationally. So what do you think of that? Like how do you stack up to that talent, and like where do you see yourself racing side by side with, say, Ryan Preece, say Bobby Labonte? Like what does that mean to you?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. This race is getting that much attention, and to be able to race it in the 50th year, pretty unbelievable. I mean, I never thought that so many national series drivers, like I know Bobby's entered in it already, but Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch had a Twitter thing a couple years ago. They said if they could run anything, they would run modifieds. You know, they would run an SK at Stafford. So like even though it's so grassroots, it gets national series attention. They know that this race means a lot to the modified community and the NASCAR community. So, you know, those, to be able to run with Priest and all those guys is going to be a challenge. They're the best of the best when it comes to modifieds, but it's I think with the right people behind it, we can really shock some heads and get something done.
So like, I know you have, correct me if I'm wrong, you're going to have a new team, or you have a new team this year. Is that correct?
Yeah, for the SK is going to be Dan Avery and Michael Sullivan and the Poulins under the 22. That was the car that Chase Dowling ran the last 2.
So yeah, okay. So with that, like, put some kind of realistic expectations of what you think. Like new team, what is that going to be like? Is it, hey, I'm ready to compete for a championship, or you kind of gotta like weed things out, if you will? What are you thinking?
No, so obviously it's a new team, and I used to race against Michael's son back in go-karts, so I've known them pretty much all my life, and so we've done this a lot over the winter, but I think we just got to get our chemistry right off the bat. We got to know like what adjustments we need to make, how to talk to each other, but that whole team's got the best of the best. They got great power, great chassis, great all that stuff. So if we can get our footing off really quickly, I think we can fight for wins right away. And I mean, Chase won a bunch in that car. That car's always been fast. So you know, just trying to get our feet off the ground as quick as possible, and then down the road, if we're in the fight, we're gonna be ready for it. So.
Absolutely. And I'm sure you heard they upped the pay on each payout for some of those races. So that's always an added bonus. Literally. So
of course.
Let's take it to kind of the dream for you. Like, let's start with kind of, where do you see yourself in, say, 5 years?
Yeah. So, I mean,
so I know you're like in school, right? You're in school too.
Yeah, so I still have 2 semesters of school left. I'm a junior right now, but so like this is kind of the turning point in like what I want to do for like a career and stuff. So I'm studying marketing right now.
Nice,
but
man. That's what I do.
And but my dad is a corporate pilot, and I've always been fascinated with planes and such. So if I can, I want to go try and get my private pilot's license and try and get some type ratings for there and see where that goes. But there's a lot of different branches that I can go right now. But I mean, if I could keep continuing racing, I absolutely will. I'd love to run the mod tour full time. I'd love to do as much as I can in as quickly as possible, because you don't get many opportunities to do that. So if something comes about, I'd love to get up on it.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. And hey, I'll give you the advice. Keep studying marketing. I know you will be, but keep it up, man. It's a good career path. Both myself and my girlfriend, who you met, that's what we did. I graduated in May of last year, and so it's a good career path. You'll make some money, man.
Yep.
I'll tell you that. So
that's for sure.
But if you can do that, and I think balance what you're doing now, just balancing the racing, I think that's a great choice and a good start for sure. Mm-hmm. So that's awesome, man. Like I said, we will be rooting for you. Before we end here, I want to do a little game. I talked about it pre-show, what it's going to be. The pressure's on, man. I know you're going to have a good season, but the pressure really is on in this moment right now. Teddy, you will be trying to answer correctly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trivia questions from what seems to be your favorite show, The Office. You said it's been a while since you really, really watched it, but that's okay. I am in that same boat, but I think a casual would get about 3 of these right. Diehard, probably all 5, and then you and I feel like would be in the middle, getting 4. So that's my expectations for you. Is that fair?
All right, I'm down.
Let's go. All right, sweet. So question number 1, I want the full name. This should be an easy one. Who was Pam engaged to before Jim?
Oh, it was oh, come on. I know he was a warehouse worker.
Okay, there we go.
Oh man.
We'll give you time. It's
what?
We'll give you time. It's no. We can come back to it too.
Bob is in my head, but that's not. I know that's not his name.
Bob is Bob was Phyllis's husband.
That's right. Yeah, we're gonna have to pass on that one.
All right. We'll pass. We'll come back to it. Well, Teddy, that's a rough start because I feel like that's one of the easier ones here on the.
If it's harder from here, then I don't know how good I'm gonna do. Because...
All right. How about this one? I feel like this one was kind of on social media quite a bit. So let's see what you can do here. Who was on the jury for the Scranton Strangler case from the actual Office?
That was. It was Toby.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Toby is correct. All right. So
I told you it's been a while.
It's been. Hey, that's all right. We'll refresh it. We'll come back to that first one. This one, I know you will not. from the first 2, I don't know if you'll get this one. All right. So there's a song they did, and I think it was either the last episode that Michael was there, the episode before when they're he's leaving, obviously. So we'll give like a buffer of, I have it in my head of how many minutes, but the question is, how many minutes did Michael Scott work at the Office? So if you get like anywhere close, I'll give it to you. So there's a song. They did a song. If you remember.
Yeah, I have. I got no clue.
All right, so it's 9,986,000, and if you remember, they're like, I forget how the song goes, but they're singing 9,986,000, something like that. So,
yeah, I see. It's that. Oh my God.
It's been a long time for me. I would not have known. Maybe I probably would have got like 2 or 3 of these.
Yeah.
So these last 2, I think, are pretty easy. Do you remember who Michael hit with his car?
He didn't he hit Phyllis?
Close.
No.
Close.
I think it was a female, right?
It was a female.
Yeah.
We're on the right track. She's a raunchy female, if that's any hints.
Oh, Angela? No.
Sort of close.
Oh, what's Meredith?
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Meredith is correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there it is. What do we got? All right, one more.
Mhm.
What nickname did Andy give Jim?
Andy. So Andy's giving Jim this nickname.
Yes.
Oh God.
It's a fish.
So, tuna, right?
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that's it. I remember that. Yep.
There it is. There it is.
Yep.
There it is.
Yep.
All right, and back to the first one. So let's see. How can I do this? I'll give you his. Oh, man. I'll give you his last name. Who was Pam engaged to before Jim? His name is something Anderson.
Something Anderson.
Short name.
Yep, that's. I don't know why it's B, R, and T.
Oh, okay, it's one of those.
One of those. Okay, I'm thinking R.
You're right. You're right. It is R.
R. I don't think it's not Ryan. That's the intern.
Yep, close.
God, I don't.
Roy.
I don't know.
It is Roy Anderson.
Oh, that's right, Roy. Oh,
hey, you know, you were on it. You're like, it's R.
It was close. It was close.
So that's funny. That is like, I feel like that is about like, if you haven't seen something in a while, you'd be like, oh, it's literally on the tip of my tongue. Like I got the letter and everything.
Yeah.
But hey, man, that, you know what? I'll give it to you. That was decent. I'll be honest.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably been like 3 years since I've watched like a season, like binge watching it. So that was, I feel like that was my best shot at that.
That was his best shot. And if you want to see a better shot at things, watch him. When's your next race? Is it you're racing this weekend?
I'm actually racing Icebreaker this weekend.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be up at Thompson. So we're pretty much we're crossing our T's and dotting our I's on the car here, and gonna load it tomorrow, and we'll be up this Saturday and Sunday chasing that 10 grand.
There it is, chasing 10 grand this Saturday and Sunday at Thompson Speedway. You can also catch him at the greatest race in the Northeast, the Spring Sizzler, on April 25th. Hopefully, is that right?
24th.
24th. April 24th. Teddy, man, thank you so much for coming on. I'm super excited to watch you grow and super excited to watch you this year. And like I said, dude, we'll be rooting for you and pulling for you. That's for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Johnny. Thank you.
All right. Take care. And thank you again. That was Teddy Hodgdon this week on Johnny on the Track.